It is time for another YouTube live stream. I'm Zach. Welcome back. Let's play some games. It is Super Bowl Sunday, and we are back playing Minecraft. This is 3 days in a row. We've been doing live streams playing Minecraft. I hope you enjoy it. I am enjoying it. And really, I'm testing out my equipment. I'm trying to get my equipment working the way I want it to. And yesterday, I thought I had my audio correct, but I went back and I watched the stream, and you still couldn't hear the video game audio. So I've changed some of my settings, and you'll have to let me know in the comments if you can hear the video game this time. But yeah, so we've done 2 streams, and the settings still weren't correct. But, you know, it's kind of a difficult thing. Like, I can't really tell if the stream is working correctly until I finish the stream and then go back and watch it and see if the settings were how I wanted it. So it's trial and error. You know, I figure, I'm just going to keep doing these streams until I can get the settings right. And then I'll know. Once I have everything correct, then I'll know I can go on a stream whenever I want, and the settings will be just how I want them. But, this all comes from I got this new computer, and I've been trying to set up the new computer with the new programs and I got a new camera and new cables and everything. So this is just all part of the process of getting a new system set up. Well, you guys know what it's like when you get a new computer, and it takes a while to work the kinks out. Hopefully we will get there one day. But in the meantime, we can have fun playing Minecraft. So that's what we're going to do. I hope you guys all had a good Super Bowl Sunday. I actually didn't watch the game. I don't normally watch football. I don't watch a lot of sports in general. I mean, of course, I'm a big sports fan, but my issue is I never have time. I never have time to watch sports. The Super Bowl is like 4 hours. I don't have 4 hours. I can't spend 4 hours watching a football game. Although I would like to. It would be fun. But yeah, I'm at a point in my life where it's just I don't have time to watch sports. I don't know who does. I don't. I get 1 hour a day to have fun, and you're watching it. I play an hour of video games. And hopefully I stream it. That's what I'm doing today. Anyway, I used to watch a ton of college football. Like I would watch, like every weekend, and then I just got to a point I didn't have the time anymore. Couldn't do it anymore. Okay, we spawned in. I'm actually standing on the top of my water monument farm. This is where you get water-related stuff. And you can see it's snowing outside. We're in the middle of our iceberg biome here. Can you guys hear the game audio? Let me know if you can hear the video game. There's a whooshing sound. That's the farm working. So we're gonna go down. I got this long pillar of scaffolding here. We're gonna go down and look and see what is in our farm. I was AFKing here for a little bit because we need to get some of these materials that are in this farm. Yeah, so here we go. You can see there's a whole bunch of fishes in there. Those spawn in from the water monument down below, and then they die in these fires, and then their items fall into these chests. Yeah, looks like we got lots of stuff, which is good. Oh shoot, we may not have enough room for all of this. Okay, let me just pick up what I can. And we'll fly down to my crafting bench down here. And we need to make prismarine blocks, which you make from these shards here. So I can make, how many of these can I make? 43, that is not very many. Oh, actually, I don't need these crystals. These you use for sea lanterns, which are very useful, but I don't need them right now. I need these blocks here. So 43 is a lot, but I think we need some more. Let's go and try to get all of the materials we can. Ooh, it's kind of hard to land on this. Okay, let's get some more of these. We'll fly back down, and we'll make a couple more of these blocks. Well, I'm thinking we're going to get like a stack and a half. Okay, let's try and land on this guy again. Yikes. Yeah, this stream is a little bit gosh, I almost fell. This stream is a little later than I have been streaming. I've been streaming at like 5 Arizona time. But this stream's at 8:30. I'm trying to find what would be a good streaming time going forward. So if you have a good streaming time you'd recommend that works well for you, just let me know. I'm trying to figure that out. Okay, so yeah. So we got just over a stack and a half of blocks here. That is nice. All right. Well, let's hop over back to my mega project and we'll talk about how we're going to use these blocks. So I'm not exactly sure how to get there. Oh, I think is this over here? No, that's not it. Shoot. I'm going to get totally lost, aren't I? Why can't I? Okay, there's the land. So that means it should be over this direction. I have my compass. Oh, home is this way. Let's head... Yeah, I was going in the complete opposite direction of where I needed to go. Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah, so that's the way back home. Okay, so I actually want to go this way. I'm using all my rockets, just flying around. Okay, yeah, so this is the farm we were at right there. That's the farm. And it's sitting above a water monument that's under the water, which is where all those fishes spawn. So if you build a farm like that, the fishes will swim up the farm and then just die in the killing chamber. You can just get their stuff. That's what I put together. And that's how you get these special kind of blocks, these looking blocks. And I want to build with these on my mega project. There we go. Okay, so there's my mega project. And so you can see I've used some of these blue blocks already on the roof. And I want to kind of continue that down and start to use them at this front portion here. And I'm not exactly sure the best way to do it. I think probably using slabs would be the best. Can I turn these into slabs? I can. Okay, so we're going to use full blocks and we'll also use slabs. And we're going to use scaffolding. Is it nighttime? It looks like it's getting to be nighttime. We'll sleep. Sorry, I'm just checking my stream over here. Just checking the stream. JT's in chat. How's it going? Same night. Time to go night nights. How's it going, JT? Yeah, it's what time is it where you're at? It's 8:30 where I'm at, so not too late for me. But I know it's late for like East Coast. It's late, especially since it's a work day tomorrow. All right. So, oh, did you watch the Super Bowl, JT? I know most people did. All right. So we are working on the front of this build here. JT said same, but was night in the game. Oh, you're talking about night in the game. Got it. JT says, no, I walked 2 miles, LOL. Nice. Good for you. Yeah, I went on a hike today with my dad, and we have a state park that's not too far away. And so we went there, and it's out in the wilderness, and it's just nice to get away. And actually, so I live in Phoenix, and this is the time of year, I know it's the middle of winter, but this is the time of year when things go into bloom here. So we're out in the desert, and just everywhere was covered in blooming wildflowers, like yellow and red and purple. It was beautiful. I mean, just amazing, gorgeous hike. JT says, I'm in Vegas. Oh, nice. So you know what I'm talking about. 1AE says it's 5 a.m. here in Sweden. 5 a.m. That is early. What are you doing up so early? Yeah, I think I actually have a picture of my hike. Hold on. One moment, please. Let me see if I can pull this up. Boom. Yeah, that's the hike. Isn't that gorgeous? Like, what a beautiful hike. I had a lot of fun. JT says, I snapped a ton of photos. 1AE says, I'm on my break in the night shift. Nice. Breaks are always nice. JT says, good morning, Sweden. Wow. One says, I would die for that weather. Yeah, the weather here is pretty nice. I imagine in Sweden it's pretty, it's pretty cold, I would imagine. Yeah, so here in Phoenix, it gets brutally hot during the summer. It gets so hot. But in the wintertime, it's just like perfect. I mean, I was walking around outside today. I think it was like 75 degrees or something. Nice, cool breeze. Beautiful and sunny. And yeah, so like the weather in the winter in Phoenix is just beautiful. And then in the summertime, it gets super hot. It like death heat. Like 115 degrees on a regular basis. I actually don't mind the heat, though. I'm like the type of person, I don't mind heat. I would get really cranky if I lived in a place that got really cold with, got lots of snow and stuff. I would get so cranky. Because I prefer the heat much more than the snow. And actually, in the summertime, I still go out and like exercise out in the heat. I actually love going running at night because the sun's not out, but it's still super hot. I mean, it'll still be 100 degrees at night. So I'll go for like a run in like the 100-degree weather, and I'll just be like sweating buckets of sweat, and it's just great. I love it. I don't mind the heat at all. JT says it's heaven in the winter. Walking at 5 a.m. at midnight. Me too. I'm a desert rat. Yeah. So JT, if you're in Las Vegas, you understand what I'm talking about because Las Vegas is very similar in weather to Phoenix. 1AE says it's around negative 19 degrees Fahrenheit here. Wow, that is cold. That is really cold. Yeah, that would make me cranky, I would say. All right, so I think I'm going to scaffold up here just to start placing some of these blocks. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just replace where all the dirt is Yeah, I'm going to start by just replacing the dirt with blocks, and then we'll go from there. So let's pillar up right here. Oh, I don't want to pillar across. I want to pillar up. Oh, shoot. Why did you do that? No. I wanted to pillar up. Did that work? Ow, shoot. Okay, here we go. It's kind of hard to work with scaffolding sometimes. All right, yeah, so I think I can just go like this and replace the dirt like so. Yeah! Okay, that didn't work so well. And I fell. JT says, come to the extraterrestrial half marathon in Area 51 this August. Everyone's invited. Alien heart emojis. One Ace says, it's extraordinary you have the patience for something like this. JT says, race is at midnight. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's patience. I just, like, this is just what I do for fun. So, you know, if I have an hour, I mean, usually I'll play for like an hour. I usually play for like an hour a day. And so I'll just come on Minecraft for an hour and I'll place a few blocks. You know, I'll do like a little section of this build. And it's just what I do for fun. So I'll come on here every so many days and I'll just build a little bit more. And one day, I don't know, this may be months from now, one day I'll be finished with this building. Yeah, I don't know if it's patience, or it's just like what I like to do. JT says, the race is at midnight. You're really zipping along. Speaking of aliens, you know what I just watched? There's a documentary out called The Age of Disclosure, and it's on Amazon. It's only available on Amazon, I believe. But it's about, it's talking about everything that the government knows about aliens. And because I don't know if you guys have heard the news story, but there's this news story about how these Navy pilots off the coast of the United States, like over near San Diego, these Navy pilots would be flying around and they would see these UFOs. And they have like video and stuff of these things. Like they look like alien spacecraft. And they've shown these videos in Congress and people, I mean, this is all public information. So anyway, they did this documentary, and it's the first documentary that's really sat down with high-ranking politicians. Like Marco Rubio, who's the Secretary of State, is in this documentary, and you know, high-level senators and congressmen, and they're all talking about what we know about these spacecraft that we've seen and other spacecraft, and like the spacecraft that landed in Roswell, New Mexico, that everyone denies, but we all know that it probably happened. Yeah, and so the point of this documentary is like these legitimate government people who can actually see the classified files talk about what they think is happening with these aliens. And the summary of this documentary is that aliens are here on Earth and they've been living among us for decades. Like, that is the conclusion of the documentary. And it's pretty crazy. I was shocked. It's called, the documentary is called Age of Disclosure, and it's on Amazon. I think Amazon's the only place you can see it. But yeah, pretty interesting stuff. JT says the Roman architecture is stunning. Yeah, I love Roman architecture. JT says it's all poo-pooed by too many. I'll be spellbound to hear any admissions. JT, or 1AE says, sounds cool if it has subtitles. I might check it out. I bet it has subtitles. Pretty much everything has subtitles these days. Okay, so I think I might use slabs to kind of step this down, like use like half slabs to just make this slope a little bit more slanted. Yeah, so here's, instead of having two full blocks, I'll have a half slab, a full block and a half slab, then two full blocks. Then this will go up to be a half slab. We'll break this guy here. Put a full block here. Oop, oh, I can't do that. Put a full block there. Yeah. Whew, it's turning nighttime already. Oh, by the way, yesterday's stream, I did lights on one of these pillars. You can probably see I now have lights. After the stream ended, I went and put lights on all the other pillars in here. So now all the pillars are lit up with end rods. So it really makes the interior of this much brighter than it used to be, especially since it's turning nighttime now. You can really see the difference. This is much more lit up in here, which I really like. JT says, I'm a nut for French subtitles movies, but take a good alien conspiracy any day. It looks very sturdy. AE says, tu parles français? JT? JT says it's awesome. Need that for my house. All right, so we'll just go up bit by bit. We'll use scaffolding as we go along. Oh, shoot. Hate when you put it in the wrong spot. All right, I'm actually going to go down and sleep. It's just too dark. Too dark. AE says the symmetrical is really impressive. Yeah, I usually don't build symmetrical builds like this, but I did for this one, and I've really enjoyed it. I actually recommend, if other people are playing Minecraft, to do like a big symmetrical build like this, because it really makes you appreciate the math behind it all. Like this, when you start converting like circles to squares like this, you realize like just how perfect the math is. Like every single square is just the perfect number of blocks to make these curves. It just makes you appreciate the math. That's all I'm saying. And like I really liked that process. JT says, I need to go back to extension course, but I learned so much that I never practiced, but France and Italy are on my list. If you don't sleep at night, does it make you lose health? No, if you don't sleep at night, Um, well, there's a couple of reasons you would sleep. If you don't sleep for 3 nights in a row, then these flying enemies come out and try to attack you. So that's one reason to sleep. Another reason to sleep is to just skip the night so that it's daytime, which makes it easier to build. And another reason to sleep at night is at night, in most other biomes, more monsters come out at night. No monsters will come out in this biome, so I don't have to worry about it. But that's usually why people sleep, because they don't want to fight the monsters. But it doesn't really do anything for your health. Your health, you have to eat to get your eat. You can I can't point to it, but you can see the little pork chops that are on the bar at the bottom. That's your food, and your food has to be all the way up. And once your food's all the way up, then your hearts will regenerate over time. AE says, creating so many circles in Minecraft is so funny. JT says, love it. I miss math. Sounds like work. All right, let's hop back up here, except I think we're going to have to move where this scaffolding is at. Let's try and put the scaffolding over here. Perfect. Just the right spot. JD says it's all beautiful though, windproofed. AE says, "Got to get back to work now. Good luck with your progress. Bye bye." Thanks for stopping by, man. Good luck on your on the job. JT says, I need to get back into all the money formulas because seeing the way capital can grow over time is absolutely amazing. I wish they taught it in high school more. Yeah, that is a good point. There's a lot of stuff they don't teach in high school that they definitely should. Specifically, credit cards. I feel like credit cards is like a really important subject that they just don't teach people in school, and I feel like they really should. Because so many people get in trouble with credit cards. I'll admit, I got in trouble with credit cards when I was in my 20s because I didn't really understand how they worked. And then, you know, luckily I learned that lesson when I was young and never did it again. But yeah, like you can get into trouble with credit cards really easily. Like that's something I wish that they would teach in high school about how they work. Ouch. JT says, so do you pretty much see a finished project and just make it? I would say it's more, no, I don't. I think it's more iterative. I mean, I still don't know exactly how this is going to turn out. Although I will say I am the type of person that it's really easy for me to like see, like envision like three-dimensional models in my mind. Like, so like that process is pretty easy for me to kind of just like envision something and like build it. But I really don't know how this is going to turn out in the end. I hope it turns out good. We'll see. Narwolf is in chat saying it's been ages, Zach. How's it going? I remember you. Yeah, well, it's been ages since I've streamed this often. JT says, Predators. Narwolf says, sorry, I haven't been in chat in over how long? Well, I haven't streamed. I mean, I haven't streamed in months. In months. And then I started streaming like 3 days ago because I got a new computer and I got all this new stuff hooked up. And so I'm trying to get the stream to work. By the way, can you guys in chat hear my game in the background? Here, can you hear this? Like me placing that block and breaking that block. Can you hear this? Oh, shoot. I dropped that block. Ouch. Ouch, that hurt. JT says they should. It's a very important life lesson. Also, I think the reason why they don't is because they know these kids are going to be going to college, taking out student loans, and they don't want to scare them. Yeah. I think they don't teach it because they want those students to be dumb customers. That's why they don't teach it. Yeah, the lesson with credit cards that everybody needs to know is I don't think credit cards are bad, but it's just like you should never put something on your credit card that you cannot pay off in the same month. Because then you don't have to pay any interest whatsoever. If you do your purchase and pay it off in the same month, no interest. And it's great. It's like because it's on credit, you know, it's like a free. You're getting like a free loan for 2 weeks or whatever until you pay it off. So it's a great tool to have in your financial toolkit. But just don't put anything on your credit card you can't pay off in the same month, and you never have to pay interest. The problem is when you get, you know, months behind and then your interest becomes more than your purchases. That's what the problem is. Narwolf says, also last time we talked, I wasn't graduated. Oh, you graduated. Congratulations. Pretty sure. Yes, we can hear. Awesome. So you guys can hear the game. JT says, me too. That is awesome. So maybe I got my sound fixed. I got to check it after the stream to make sure it's working how I want it to. But yeah, I was having a hard time getting the game audio to come through. Narwolf says, the Ghast is actually originally a kitty. I don't exactly remember where I was at here. Okay, I think, let me eat. Okay, let's pillar back up. Yeah, I think this needs to go over like, I think I'm going back down now. Yeah, I'm going back down now. So this goes like that. JT says yes and build FICO. Yeah, like your FICO score. Yeah, you actually need credit cards to build your FICO score. That's a good point. The hit to the credit is like breaking a mirror. 7 years of bad luck. That's a good way of thinking about it. The other thing that credit cards are really good at, I hate to hype up credit cards, but there are some things they're good at. The other thing they're good at is just for security reasons. I never use my debit card ever. Well, that's not true. I have some charges that go through my debit card, but I rarely use it because people steal your credit card number all the time. I've had my credit card number stolen just a bunch, like going through the airport and stuff. Like people like swipe your card number and stuff, and then some suddenly you'll be getting charges from like a foreign country or something, and then you have to call and dispute the charges or whatever. It is so much easier to dispute charges on a credit card than it is on a debit card. It's so much easier. You just call the credit card company, they just take the charges off. If it's your debit card and it's your actual checking account, like your actual cash, that cash is gone. Like that's your cash and it's gone. So it's much nicer to use a credit card for that reason. Just for security reasons. But like I said before, you got to be like super careful with credit cards that you don't spend more than you can pay off in that month to avoid those interest charges. JT says, congratulations. Hey, we're making progress here. Okay, let's do this. Let's finish this bottom section here. We'll go all the way across. And then this is the end. I believe the end was just a slab at the bottom. So then there should be a slab here, a full block here. JT says negotiations on loans, security, yes, but we should all have a nest egg. 6 months, 6 months at least. It's super scary. I'm wondering what credit security I should buy. Aura has one. What do you mean credit security? There's a block in there. There. I think we did it. Hopefully I didn't miss any blocks. Let's go and grab this scaffolding. Let's go hop down here. JT says 6 months. We are long way down. All right, I'm going to sleep just so it's daytime, and then we're going to take a look at our handiwork and see if it looks good. So, just to recap, we started with a whole bunch of dirt up here, and we've replaced it with these blue, they're called prismarine blocks, but it's this beautiful like aqua blue color. I think that looks pretty sweet. Much better than the dirt blocks, for sure. Yeah, that looks pretty nice. And it matches with the blue that's on the roof. That is cool. I don't know exactly what I'm going to put back behind there. I think I'll use granite. I think granite would look nice. That's cool. I love this. Yeah, I'm super, super happy. JT says, if you get hacked. Oh, is that the credit you're talking about? Credit security, if you get hacked? Any recommendations? I signed up with the county recorder, so if anyone tries to record anything on my house, they will notify me. That's a good idea. Yeah, I don't have any recommendations for that type of security feature. I know there's some companies that do that kind of thing, but I don't have any recommendations. Okay. I think what I want to do next is I want to work on getting a villager. The whole point of this building is I want to fill it with villagers, which you trade with to get special items. So, and that process takes a while. So I'd like to kind of start. Let me go see if I can find a villager. First of all, we will need a couple of things, though. Let me just put the prismarine in here, just for safekeeping. We'll put some dirt in there. What else do we need? Let's bring a bed with us. Let's bring this shulker box with us, just for a little bit of extra storage. And then let's head back home, because there's one more item we need back there. And away we go. JT says, it does. Liam's having fun, has joined the chat. Good to see you, man. Did you enjoy the game? Liam says, hey, Zach and everyone, Seahawks are the champs. Yay, good to go. Seahawks is your team, right? JT says, it's amazing. Big, big progress. Yeah, we're just making some progress here on my mega build, Liam. Liam says, yes, it is his team. Yeah, Liam, we had someone stop by from Sweden in this stream today. It was kind of cool. Yeah, it's 5 a.m. in the morning in Sweden. That's crazy. JT says, was it good? Yeah, was the game good? I didn't watch it, Liam. JT says, can you spawn one? Spawn a villager? I think you can, but I don't know any of those. There's like cheat codes for that. I don't know any of those. Let's go downstairs. I actually need a lectern. We're going to do some villager stuff here, Liam. I actually do have a lectern. Let's just use this one. Put a placeholder in here. Let's grab some more dirt, because we might need some more dirt as we go through this. And we are going to go try and find ourselves a villager. Let's get a boat. Boats might be handy. Let's grab a crafting table. And let's put some of this in my shulker box just to free up some of our space. Liam says Seahawks dominated the whole game, 29-13. JT says, ha, I lived in Washington several years. Liam says, are you still doing designs on the building, or did you finish? Which building? I'm still working on that giant domed building is what we're working on. That's not going to be done for months. I don't even... How long have I been working on that? I mean, I've been working on it for like 6 months at least. It's been a while. JT says, my Alexa told me the score. They creamed them. Oh, JT, by the way, You know, in yesterday's stream, you told me that you played Sudoku. I had never played it before. I didn't even really know what it was. I mean, I vaguely knew what it was, but I really didn't understand it. So after the stream yesterday, I went and looked it up and played my first game of Sudoku, and it's really fun. It's really fun. I played an easy one, but I finished it, and it was really pretty cool. I loved it. Yeah, yesterday we were talking about how I started playing crossword puzzles and how I feel like an old person because I started playing crossword puzzles, but they've been a lot of fun. It's just something that I started doing. I really like it. I found this website where you can do a crossword puzzle a day. And actually, I haven't done mine yet today. Liam says, I moved to Washington in 1992 and left in 2015. JT says, I was walking, but it was fun seeing all the neighbors in their yards with big screens yelling. In fact, would you guys help me if I actually wanted to do a crossword? Because I haven't done mine yet today. Hold on. I might hold on for the villager stuff just for a second. Let me see if I can find the website here. Crossword puzzles. Can I get the ad removed? I can't. I'd rather get it with the ad off the screen, but this is the best I can do. This isn't the one that I've been doing, though. I think maybe it is. I don't know. Yeah, so they're fairly easy crossword puzzles, but sometimes I can't. Sometimes I can't finish them all. Like I can't figure it out. Liam says, "Is your computer setup working correctly?" I think it is. It hasn't worked correctly for the last 2 nights, but I think it's working correctly today because you guys said that you could hear the game audio. So that was the last problem I was having. JT says, easy is hard for me too. I should, yes. Okay, so here's the first word across is 2 words, blank, standstill. Well, that's easy. That's at a standstill. At a standstill. I wish I could make this bigger. I think I can, actually. I can make it bigger. Okay, hold on. We're figuring this out, guys. We're figuring this out. Can I make it bigger? Yeah. Okay. This is where... Okay, so at a standstill, we got 1 done. Cobra's comment. Cobra's comment? I assume that is hiss. First man... What's a 4-letter word for first man? I don't know what that is. We'll come back to that. JT says, be forewarned, I'm a dumb, smart person, selective intelligence. I can get there, but sometimes it takes me a while. Well, I'm not like some genius either, so we're in the same crowd. Liam says, Adam. Liam, that's genius. Adam, first man is Adam. I never even considered that. See, Liam is the smart one here. Okay, hush. That's probably like shush, shush, shush. I don't know how they want us to spell it, though, so we'll skip that for now. On top of, 4-letter word for on top of. Above? No, that's 5 letters. JT says, Jeopardy, but I get the science questions. Okay, next one is healthy. 4-letter word for healthy. I don't know what that is either. We got the first line, but nothing on the second line. JT says, yes, we can hear. Next one, 15 across is coast. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 letters. 8 letters for coast. That is too many letters. I can't even think through that. 8 letters for coast? Skip. JT says dead. Dead. Are you meaning for healthy? 4-letter word for healthy or 4-letter word for on top of? I don't think dead meant what works for either of those. Um, 17 across is water jug. JT says hiss, Adam. Yep, we got those. Water jug, a 4-letter word for water jug. I don't know what that would be. $18 across is, how many letters is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 10 letters. Outward look. Outward look? What kind of clue is that? 10-letter word for outward look. I have no idea. JT says, yes. Liam says 4 down is hoop. Oh, let's look at 4 down. Let me just check my stream settings. Let's see. My stream is at low latency, which means we're pretty close to being, what you're seeing is pretty close to what, there really isn't very much delay. So JT, it seems, I think maybe you're a little bit behind the stream. If you click there should be like a live button to click to make sure that you're like you're right at the live with us. Because I think there's a little bit of a delay. Liam says 4 down is hula hoop. Yeah, that makes sense. Hoop. JT says stand still. Stand still. I don't know any of these blank ones. I don't know. Let's do the downs up here at the top. Okay, so number 1 down is braying beast, a 3-letter word that starts with A. Is that an ass? Is that a bad word? Like an ass is like a donkey, right? It's a braying beast. Liam says, I'm trying to figure out what down is so we can get some close for the across. That is a good idea, Liam. Liam says, let's do some of the downs because then we can that'll help us figure out some of these words across. JT says, prospect, not enough letters. 2 down is common article. I have no idea what that is either. A common article. I don't know if we're doing very good at this. Liam says clues. ASP? What's ASP? A common article? 3 down is exclamation of discovery. I bet that's aha. Like exclamation of discovery, like aha. Oh, does this automatically check? It like automatically checks if you have the right thing or not. That's kind of cheating. Look at it, turns red. Well, we'll leave that on because that's kind of helpful. Oh no, we can hide the errors. Let's hide them. We'll hide them. Yeah, so it doesn't show anymore. But now we know, at least we know that's correct. Aha is down. JT says, thanks. Okay, what's 5 down? Not fitting. That starts with an I. Not fitting. Starts with an I. I don't know what that means. 6 down is lane. Starts with an S. A 6-letter word for lane. I don't know. Okay, 7 down is soft drink. That's 2 words. I bet that's soda pop. Soda pop. Perfect. That fits perfectly. 8 down is in front. That starts with an A. 5-letter word starting with an A. I don't know what that would be. 9 down is daybreak. That's probably dawn. 10 down is the Guinness of Star Wars. What? This is a Liam question. Because Liam knows about Star Wars. What is the Guinness of Star Wars? That's a 4-letter word that starts with A. I have no idea. Liam says the common article is the. Oh, Liam, that's genius. I didn't even think about that. So 2 down is common article starting with T. The. Of course. Of course it's the. Why didn't I think of that? And that means that 12 across, that's shush. So that's SHH, shush, for hush. And then 1 down is probably the braying beast. That's probably ass, is in a donkey. Then 15 across is coast. It is supposed to be coast, and it starts C. So do we know what this is? It's an 8-letter word that's C, something, something, and ends in a D. JT says avenue. Is that for, you're talking about the lane? No, the lane starts with an S. I feel like we're so close to this. Coast, and it starts C. It starts with C something. Seaboard? Is that a word? Seaboard? I've never heard of that. I mean, it fits. Seaboard. But I've never heard of that. Use that in a sentence. Seaboard. Okay, what else do we have? Okay. Oh, we still need the Guinness of Star Wars, Liam. JT says we have an eastern seaboard in the United States, whatever it is. Oh, you know what? I have heard that. You're right, JT. Okay. Yeah, now, okay. JT has schooled me on what a seaboard is. Liam says eastern seaboard. Okay. 11 down is simple, starting with a 4-letter word starting with M. I don't know what that is either. Okay, let's keep going. 16 down is Count Blank of Jazz. Is that Basie? Count Basie? I think that's right, but I don't know how to spell that. Basie? Is that how you spell it? Let me know if this is right. Basie. 19 down is ceremonies. I don't know what that would be. 20 down is otherwise. I don't know what that is. Spoils. 4 letters for spoils. I don't know what that is. Mythical giant. 4 letters for mythical giant. I don't know what that is. Deer. 4 letters for deer. I don't know what that is. 28 is at this location. Yeah, I don't know what any of these are. Messes up is 29. I don't know what that is either. Okay, switching to across. Let's do this one. Okay, 20 across is Greek god of love. I know that one. That is Eros. Greek god of love. 23, moderately warm. Moderately warm with a P in the middle of it. I don't know what that is. JT says ogre. Oh, giant. Giant would be ogre. 22 down. Mythical giant, ogre. JT, that is awesome. That totally works. Okay, this one is a young child with an O in the middle. Would that be son, maybe? I don't know if that would necessarily work. Son. I'll keep that in mind. Okay, pronoun, that's 3 letters. That could be like she, I would think. But it could be like her. 30 across. Actress Meryl Blank. I think we all know what that is. That's a really easy one. See, I think that's the key with this, is to just find the easy ones, and the easy ones help you find the other ones. So Meryl, I actually don't know how to spell this. Is it Streep? Meryl Streep? Did I spell this correctly? I need a spell check for Streep and a spell check for Basie. I don't know if either of those are correct. Liam says 30 across is Streep. JT says Tot. Oh, Tot! Oh, she's talking about 26. Young child. That makes such sense. Tot. That is absolutely correct. Okay. Annoy. 32. 6-letter word starting with P. Pester? Let's say it's pester. 34 across is a compass point. This could be like north, northeast, or north or south, southeast. So I don't know which one that is. 35 is clamor. I don't know what that is. Drummer, Ringo. That's Ringo. Is that Ringo Starr? But it's 5 letters. That's a Beatle, right? One of the Beatles? How could this... Is it Star with 2 R's? Am I going crazy? It's Ringo Starr, right? JT says Star with 2 R's. Are you sure? Because that sounds wrong. Who would have 2 R's in their last name for Star? Liam says yes. JT says yes. Okay, you guys say it's yes. We'll just go with that. 38 across is marathons, for instance. It's probably like races. We'll hold off on that one for now. 40 is epics. 4 letters. I don't know what that is. Okay, let's try and fill in some of these blanks here. Liam says, I have 2 R's in my last name. Okay. 27 down is steer, and the 2 middle letters are T and R. What could that be? A deer. Stag? Is that a word? Stag. I think that's right. JT says we should all play virtual Scrabble at some point. Oh, that would be fun. 28 down is at this location. That's probably here. 29 down is messes up. I'm guessing that's err. Is that a word? To err? That would mean that 40 across would be epics. Oh, no, this is probably errors S. Errors down S, and then this could be ages. Errors and then ages. And then 33 down would be to tolerate, which would be, what's a word? Stay. A 5-letter word starting STA. Stand? Like you stand someone? That's probably right. Liam says ages. Yeah, he agrees with me there. JT says errors. Okay, yeah, so we got these ones. Let's go back to these ones over here. So 20 down is otherwise. E blank S blank. Else? It could be else. 21 down, spoils. R blank T blank. I don't know what that would be. What's 24 across? Spock's specialty. Oh, that's a Star Trek one. Liam, do you know this? 24 across. Liam says 21 is rots. Rots? Spoil. Oh, spoils as if it goes bad. Yeah, that makes sense. I was thinking about spoils of war. But spoils as it goes bad, that makes sense. That would mean 24 or 34 would be a compass point. That would be east, southeast would be a compass point. That makes sense. Liam says logic. Spock's specialty, 24 across logic. That makes sense. Okay. All right, so we got all of that. We got all of that. We got all of this. What is this? Closet wood. That would be cedar, I'm guessing. 31 down is artist Pablo Picasso. I know that. Picasso. I think it's spelled that way. 35 across is clamor, starting D-I blank. I'm thinking that's din. $38, that's marathons. We said that's probably races. That kind of fits in here. Races. 38 down would be stage parts. I don't know. The stage parts that start with R, I don't know. Okay, 36 down, caught. N-E. 6-letter word starting with N-E. I don't know what that would be. 39 down, starting with an S. I feel like I should know what this is. Fathered, a 5-letter word starting with S. I feel like I should know what this is. Sires. JT says sires. Got it. That's perfect. That totally makes sense. What's 44 down? Acorn producers. Acorn producers. I mean, tree would fit in here, but I doubt it's tree. Like maybe oaks? Let's leave this for now. What's 46 across? 46 across is sit as on a horse. Sit as on a horse. Starts with an S, blank, R, blank, D, blank, blank, blank. I don't know what that would be. Astride? What's astride? Oh, never mind. Oaks. Yeah, she says oaks. Yeah, let's keep that in mind. I'm not sure if oaks it necessarily works, but let's keep that in mind. 51 across is hunt for. I think that's probably seek. To hunt for something. And then 54 across is a gambling term starting with O. A gambling term. O blank S blank. I don't know gambling terms that well. O blank S blank. Well, if this K is here, that means you're probably right that this is oaks. So let's put oaks in. Okay, so if this is a gambling term, it would be O blank SS. I have no idea what that would be. JT says straddle. Oh, JT, that makes so much sense. Okay, straddle. This is the one that sit as on a horse. Straddle. Perfect. Let's do 47 down. Ike's initials. Ike. Ike was the president. Oh, what was his full name? Dwight D. Eisenhower? Is that who Ike was? So that would be Dwight D. Eisenhower? Is that right? 48 is lower limb. I think that's leg, probably. 49 is Lyndon's country abbreviated. That would be England. Okay, that means 52 across would be a cozy room, which would be den. 55 across is a hen product, which is egg. All right, so yeah, that works. Yeah, so Dwight D. Eisenhower. JT's just giving me question marks. Okay, let's try and get this one. 36 down is caught, and it's N-E blank T-E blank. How about netted? Netted. Oh, that means that the gambling term is odds. That doesn't make it. That's not how you spell odds. That is not how you spell odds. You spell odds O-D-D. Okay, so this would have to be sired, not sires. O-D-D-S. Oh. Yeah, why didn't I think of that? Of course, gambling odds. That makes sense. 41 across is an ornament. I think that's decoration. Decoration. Okay, 41 down is stop that. I'm guessing that's don't. 42 down is historic periods. It's probably eras. 43 down is a tent site. I'd say that's camp. 38 is stage parts. I still don't know what that is. 45 across is allowed. Maybe that's oral. 50 is designate. I'd say that's name. 53 is chef measures. That's probably teaspoons. Teaspoons. And then that would make 30. Stage parts would be roles. Oh, roles. Like actor roles. That makes sense. Okay, I think that's all right. Okay, we're almost done with this full thing. We just have to finish the top here. Okay, so 18 across, this is the big one. This is outward look. I still have no idea what this would be. Oh, wait. Appearance. Appearance. Outward look is your appearance. I like it. Okay, so can we get this down? This 5 down is not fitting. I blank AP blank. I don't know what that would be. 6 down is lane. S blank R E blank T. Street. Street. Yeah, street. That works. JT says inept. Not, as in not fitting? Inept. No, because this is an A. What is 13 across? On top of. Maybe this is onto. Onto. That would be make this inapt. But how would this be not fitting though? Beam says lane and street. What? Well, I guess a street could be a lane. I don't know. Sometimes the clues I don't think are very good. Moderately worn. This has got to be tepid. Tepid is in moderately warm. Okay, so that means that this is inapt. Is this a word? I've never heard of this before. Inapt? I've heard of inept, like what JT says, inept, but I've never heard of inapt. Like, did we get something wrong here? And why would this be not fitting? That doesn't seem right to me. 8 down is in front. A blank blank AD. I have no idea. 10 down is the Guinness of Star Wars. Starts with an A, ends in a C. I don't know what that would be. 11 is simple. M blank blank E. I don't know what that is either. 14 across is healthy. Blank A blank blank. 17 across is water jug. Blank W blank blank. This is all we need left. And I am at a loss for any of these. Liam says it is correct. JT says it's going to be some kind of beverage, but what beverage? Yeah, is there like a Star Wars beer or something? Like, what would Guinness? Wait, I don't remember them drinking anything in Star Wars. In front. What's in front? It starts with an A. Okay, well, let's do this. Let's just do a check and see if there's any errors in what we've done so far. So if we click this button, it should show our errors. Oh, we don't have any errors. Okay, well, that's good. JT says, sure, you do remember the Katina. No one could forget that song. Oh, yeah, that's true. They did go to that cantina. And I remember they were drinking out of those like plastic glasses. They looked like Tupperware glasses. I remember that. Liam says, what did they drink? Let me see if I can look it up. Star Wars drink. I'm not seeing anything come up on Google for a Star Wars drink. Oh, you know what it is? This is so dumb. You guys are going to be so mad. The actor who played Obi-Wan Kenobi, his last name is Guinness. So it's Alec Guinness. That's the actor that played Obi-Wan Kenobi. No way. Okay, well, that helps. Okay, so this then healthy. What's a word for healthy that has A and L in the middle of it? Let's look up some acronyms for healthy. Healthy. Uh, you guys in chat are saying lame. Liam says, why did they say actor Guinness? JT says, now I want to go to Disneyland and get one. JT says, Abel. Abel, that is a good choice, but then it doesn't fit. Abel would be, that would make sense, but it has to be blank A-L blank. Wait a second. I think I might have this one. 8 down is in front. What if this is ahead? Ahead? That makes sense, right? Ahead in front. Okay, so that means healthy would be H-A-L blank. H-A-L blank. What is that? Healthy. Liam says 17 is ewer. Ewer? I've never heard of that. What is a ewer? Ewer? A large jug with a wide mouth. Okay, well, I guess I've never heard of that. Let me pour some water out of my ewer. Have you ever heard of that? I've never heard of that. Okay, simple, 11 down is probably mirror, I'm guessing. Mirror, but that would mean healthy would be hail. Hey, it says we got it. That doesn't make it. How is hail healthy? That makes no. That's stupid. If that's the correct answer. JT says, I think Liam said that 5 minutes ago. Probably. I probably missed that. Well, we did it. We did it. Thanks a lot to your guys' help. I don't think I would have done this if you guys weren't here. This is 100% completion of this crossword puzzle. How awesome is that? I think we did pretty good. Pretty good. Oh, I missed this. Toby joined the chat. Hey, Toby, how's it going? I missed your chat earlier saying ahead. We must have got that at the same time. Liam says, hail is a commonly an adjective describing a person, especially an elderly one, as being robust, healthy, and hardy. I have never heard that before, Liam. Really? I've never heard that word being used like that. JT says, and it was so much fun. Toby says, hey, smiley face. Toby, I missed your chat earlier. That would have saved us some trouble because we couldn't figure this out. Toby got ahead. Okay. I think I'm going to end the stream off there. I've been streaming an hour and a half. So, yeah, I'll have to come back. You know, we didn't get to the villager stuff. I was going to do some villager stuff on here. Maybe I'll come back tomorrow and do some villager stuff. But let me know, like, what's a good time you think to stream? Because I'm still trying to set, like, what the best streaming time is. Today was later than I normally do. But the time I've been doing is usually I like to go running at that time. So I don't know if that time's going to work for me. But I got to figure out some time to do, like, a stream. And maybe I'll do them more often. Maybe I'll go back to daily streams. Do one every day. Liam says, do it at your normal time. What's my normal time, though? You mean the time I did yesterday? Yeah, I'll have to check my stream and make sure that all my settings came out correctly. And then I'll set up a time for tomorrow, probably. All right. That's going to be it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. And everyone remember, no matter what is going on in your life, to always do something fun every single day. Until next time, this is Zach signing off.